Hey, good afternoon. Welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right in my living room where I do what I do for you. I started out in the lab, but it got a little chilly, so I came back in the house. So let me do my thing. You know how we do. Writing 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message and story for life. I'm giving life lessons. Hope you enjoy this one. I got a good one for you. Real life, real lessons. All right. Right Thinker's mission is to enlighten you, inspire you, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Enlightenment means to know who you are, be aware of yourself and your maker. Right Thinker's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment. These life lessons, you understand them, you live them, you will become enlightened. Okay? And the question is, know thyself. Right, thinkers? This is a question you should have an answer to. And all of them should end up being wise, and you should be followed. Let's go. A person who knows not, and knows not that they know not, is foolish. Disregard them. They're there, and nothing you can do about that. They're on their own. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. I can appreciate you. I can teach you. Tune in. That's why I do what I do for you. A person who knows not and believe that they know, dangerous. I will avoid them. You should too. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep. I can awaken them. I'm a spiritual alarm clock. My job is to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself, and to Mayat be truth. That's the balance. That's the scales in life. That's when Rod came out of the noon. He put Mayat in charge. That means it's order. I'm ready to go. Today, right thinkers, we have a big issue, a big problem with people perpetrating one thing and doing something else. And I don't know if they know they are being watched or they under scrutiny by themselves. So today, right thinkers, let's talk about, like I call my aunt, karma. It's all about reaping what you sow. I hear a lot of people use that phrase. If they believe that, if they thought that, they would do a lot of things different. So what they say and what I see them do, don't match. So I got some issues with that. Whenever you say something and do the opposite, it's never a good thing in my sight. So I try to do like I say, so it ain't hard to understand where I stand and what I represent. So let's talk about this. If you're living Mayat, aka maintaining balance and order, justice, you will be blessed. That's the natural order of things. That's what God made possible when He came out on Mayat. Conception. Karma is the actions that's generated by you, and you will be dealt with accordingly. You reap what you sow. I don't know what's going on with my eyes this morning. My glasses, they messing up. But yeah, I see something like I can see them on there. What's that? But the idea of karma, and we talk about it, a lot of people don't understand it, and they seem to think, well, no. Karma is just what it says it is. Your actions generated that you do, that you're responsible for your actions. It's called consequences. You reap it, you sow it. It's yours. Own it. Another lesson there, but I'm going to say that for another time. Right now, we're talking about karma, how we don't understand how it really works. So let me break it down for you. I like this kind. This is what I'm doing. I teach the truth. Karma is based on truth that you can't get around. You can't perpetrate. Let me break it down for you. All right, here you go. As a spiritual teacher of truth, I have to know karma, and I have to be in control of my action. Why? Because I'm not exempt from consequences of my actions. That's why. If you understand consequences of your actions, you won't be doing things that you got to keep apologizing for. If you act or talk before you think, and act before you think, you're going to regret that action. That's karma. Okay, understand that. I live by those principles that I just do the right thing. Why? That's how you earn your blessings. You have to do something to be blessed. That's why the older elder people, they just treat people right, live right, and they're blessed beyond the imagination. Why? Because they're not doing nothing except the right thing. That's all he asked of us. When your faith is in God, if you claim to be a God follower, fear, blessing, all that good stuff, karma works for God. God don't deal with you with your little petty nonsense that you sneaking and keeping around. That's karma's job. I never forget in Al Pacino's Scarface, when the guy at the store, he said, "No, you gonna kill me? You gonna kill me?" He said, "No, I'm not gonna kill you." He said, "Oh, thank you for it." He said, No, keep that piece of crap. Yeah, God say, karma, go take care of that piece of crap. He think he can get away with that? That's karma. Okay, that's gonna give you understanding how she really works. They say he blesses and he destroys. I hear the God stands for generator or destroyer. But okay, good. I got an acronym for ego, edging God out. So I don't have no problem with whatever you come up with, whatever you symbolically do. I'm with that 100%. Trust me. Here you go. Next one is, God judges your heart. Why do you think that is? Oh, wait. No, I ain't got no much time. Truth is in the heart. I hear everybody say, I know God. God is in me. I ask the question, where's God? In me. Where in you? Your liver, your kidney, where? See? So learn and understand. That's my point. With knowledge of God, you can worship him, you can praise him, and you can do his will with knowledge and understanding of what you're doing and why you're doing it. Other than that, you're ignorant, and ignorant is not bliss when you're dealing with Maya. Knowledge is the way to go. Know thyself, remember. All right, here you go. I teach the concept that your heart is God's dwelling place. That's the first thing I try to get my right thing to understand. He ain't up there in heaven. He ain't up there pulling strings, watching what you... all that nonsense. He dwells in the place that truth comes from. Everything that represents you comes from the heart. That's why. My heart is in charge of my conscious mind, a.k.a. I'm awake. I'm spiritually enlightened. I know myself through knowledge and understanding and living in my truth and understanding. I don't have to guess. I don't have to assume. And I don't have to believe in what I talk about or teach. I know it. Your heart will keep your heart broken without knowledge. If you got a big kind heart, that's a good thing. But if you don't have knowledge to go with it, you're going to be used, abused, and your heart is going to be trampled on. You cast your pearls at swine, they're going to trample over it. If you have a big heart with no knowledge, they're going to trample over it. Get the concept? That's all this is teaching. Just getting you concepts that make sense that you can use. Trust me on that. All right, here you go. Your heart has always been seen as love, God. For what reason? The ancients had the concept figured out back then. They said the heart was like a vase, an ayab. It stored all your goodness, all your thoughts, all your bad, good, anything, intentions, relays right in the heart. So when it goes to scale against the feather maya, if it's full of a whole bunch of nonsense, I call it, gluttony, jealousy, envy, all that's bad stuff that if you have that in your heart, bam, it's heavy. I meant waste for that. So lighten your heart, humble yourself, and get on the right track if that's what you want to do. Other than that, be prepared for the consequences. That's all. I'm moving on. If your heart is not pure, it's because you're doing you. You're serving your ego. We had a name for him. That's Set. Identity for him. Ego. Edging God out. Set is his own entity. He can't reproduce. He don't do nothing but destroy. Newsflash. Set ego killed the spirit. We gave you a story about that, but that's the bottom line. The message in the story is your ego, if not under control, will kill you. Haru comes back to avenge his father's killer, which is his ego. Hello, born again, resurrection, whatever you want to call it. But these are the things that you can learn and symbolically understand and live according to principles that you set forth for yourself. That's all this about. I'm moving on. Sorry about that. I get a little excited. You know, to talk about my stuff, I get into that. I go off. Now, if you think, this is what I got to part with. Next level is if your heart is not pure, it's because you're doing you, serving the ego. Watch this. Now, what I mean by that is, now we go. If you think the sneaky, deceitful things that you do that nobody knows about because it's internal, karma knows. Understand that. And that's how the ego thinks it can fool. Can't fool that. Why? Because in Judgment Day, bam, he don't care. Okay? Most people, most ignorant people, most spiritually ignorant people think if no one sees them like a thief, nobody see me take it, they can't say I did it. When you police yourself, which is what I do, when you by yourself do the right things, then why nobody watching? Why? Because God still is. If you think he's not, okay, when Judgment Day come, you think them judges, conceptually, you're always under scrutiny by God's watchful eye. When you rock the eye, you're letting it be known that I'm quintessentially awake. I know who I am, and I'm ready to do the right thing. That's why I read. Okay, here you go. Moving on. Sorry about that. Pretending to be spiritual and know you're not. Your heart already knows you are a liar, and you can't. I don't judge you. Society don't judge you. Man don't judge you. At Judgment Day is when it's your turn to find out if you're going to make that exit to the next realm or you're going to get reincarnated. That's when Judgment Day comes. That's why, man, I don't judge you. That's on you. That's why I let karma. That's karma. You're going to see her. If you're born, you're going to witness and deal with karma. Understand that. And for all you fakers who think that ain't going to do with me, I'm not dealing with that. Man, again, don't judge another man for his evil doings in the dark. Karma does that at Judgment Day. Bam, bam, bam. So understand that. It ain't about tricking me or fooling me. I ain't judging you. I could care less. I just want you to respect me and do what you need to do. Nothing to do with me. But if you're dealing with me, deal with me respectfully. That's all. Your heart is where karma dwells. Let me just break this down for you right quick. Let me get this up. The weighing of the heart concept is a perfect example of Mayat. How well did you live Mayat? Well, let's find out. Bam! Not well. Oh, well. Purify your heart by being a good person. Right living, aka Mayat. I call it right thinking, but I live it. Why? Because I'm showing my heart daily. I'm renewing my ability to do the right thing daily. It's a concept that I live by. Karma is present at birth. She's there when you come in, and she's also going to be there Judgment Day. You see her there at Judgment. Yeah, that means she's always there. Where is she at? Right with God, in the heart. So that's a concept that I profess, that's what I preach, that's what I teach, that's what I live by. Okay, I live that concept. I believe that. Okay, I purify my heart when daily. By doing what? Speaking my kadu from the heart. I'm not sneaky, deceitful, or cunning. I used to be good at that, but I can recognize it now. I don't do the things I used to do. That's the change. Some people say they don't, but they do, and want people to think they change. It ain't about what people think about you. It's what you think about you. You know you. All right, here you go. I know you too. Spiritually ignorant people think karma is like death. It only affects other people. I am let that one stay there. I'm about to wrap this up. I've been doing it for a minute now. Let me get it done. All right, last one. Karma gives you just what you deserve. And blessings. When you do the right thing, God gives you just what you deserve. But in the punishment deal, karma will take care of that. Give him what he deserves. Because if you ain't being blessed, you being punished. There's no in-betweens. There's no, but none of that matters. Either you do or you don't. Simple. I live by my right thinking philosophy, and it keeps me getting blessed every day. I'm just saying that with passion and authority because I know how it works. I practiced it. I perfected it. So I'm going to tell you, I know without no uncertainty, that's what you can do and you will be blessed. Trust me. When I wasn't living right, aka my yacht, I had daily adversity. It just didn't stop. Some people's life is like that now. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Get the routine. Get on the right track. Do the right thing. And all that other stuff would just like it just disappear. Why? Because you're not instigating it. When you live in Satanian, when you live in egoistic, you bringing in all your problems. When you live it right, problems don't come. You deal with them as they come, but you don't bring them to you. You can't avoid them. But adversity for everybody to live through, we all gonna have it. The best thing is to see a good man, deal with adversity. You'll see how really a good man he is. Why? Because he's going to show his mettle. That's when you do it. Sorry about that. There you go. We're going down the road.